about them being reunited in just a moment. I know.
What's happened to somebody?
Okay. Not sure what she's talking about. You were saying that you're not surprised that they're getting back together?
No, I mean, I think it's been eagerly anticipated, and since we've seen, a few well-timed sort of photo calls with all the girls back together, I think at Jerry's christening for her little daughter and things. So, I think the seeds have been sown in the past year, really, for this.
They all get on?
I think they get on as as much as they have to. I don't think there's been a sort of long and lasting friendship between them, but they have shared this experience, and I suppose that's got to count for something in terms of their friendship.
And it was Sporty that was the one that was sticking out for not getting back together?
Yeah,
right?
Mel C did not want to go back, and at the end, she was the most jaded and really did want the end of the Spice Girls, and I think, had kind of lived the moment and wanted to get on with the rest of her life. But, she has come back enthusiastically and says she wants to give it a go, not least because she financially is the worst off.
Was that down to Simon Fuller saying, get over yourself?
It could be, but this is the words of a man who knows his pop, and they will make a lot of money out of this, and they're wise to do it, I think.
First time around, they were such a phenomenon, weren't they? They completely blew the industry wide open. What about this time?
Well, I don't think there's been anybody like the Spice Girls since. I mean, we've got girl bands, but they're all about sex, aren't they? Girls Aloud, I think, are a band for men, really, and boys. They're not a band for girls, whereas the Spice Girls attracted the attention of kids, of grown-up women. Their sort of fan base was completely different. And I think, that the image of the Spice Girls is one that hasn't really faded in our mind. And when you put a Spice Girls song on, everybody remembers it. They did do some good tunes, remember?
Were they good singers?
I don't think they could sing particularly well, I've got to say. They could dance and they could sort of hold their own in a press conference, and I think as a pop star that's probably what you need to do.
These are live pictures from the O2 Centre, aka the Dome. The Spice Girls reunion is what we are expecting to be told here on Lunchtime Live, almost exactly 1:30. They've already had their news conference. As far as photos are concerned, we'll be hearing what they've got to say about a reunion very shortly indeed. And still with us is Emma Jones, Sun columnist and former Smash Hits editor. What do you think of six nation tour? Is that what we're expecting?
Yeah, I think we're expecting 6 dates. I think they're going to kick off in America, do the O2 where they are today, the O2 Arena, which is getting some good press and publicity, and is obviously good for the British music industry as well.
Can we relive the 90s though?
Do we want to relive the 90s? I don't know, but I think we're going to do this with a nostalgic twist. We can certainly commodify the nostalgia that was attached to the Spice Girls and enjoy that. Interesting to see Geri Halliwell in the middle there, taking on the dominant role. Because obviously Geri Halliwell left the band at the height of their fame, and maybe the band never recovered. So
they're all standing in exactly the same place as they are sitting at the stage. So they've obviously deeply choreographed it.
This is well thought out, and I think you've got Geri there.
What has Victoria got on? I'm sorry.
Well, Victoria's gone for the old-fashioned posh Spice image there, hasn't she? But Geri Halliwell, interestingly, looks a bit of a kind of Earth Mother figure. She's obviously reinvented herself, having had her daughter Bluebell as the kind of the Earth Mother of the band, and is sort of standing in quite a matronly role, I think, there. But good to see Ginger back, I think, with the Spice Girls. It's a shame that Take That couldn't kind of get their most famous member back when they reformed earlier this year.
They did want to, though.
They did want to. I think there's still scope to do that as well.
I'm going to be a bit of a celebrity now and say I was at a party with Jason Orange the other day, and he was saying that they had been very keen on Robbie being part of the band, but he just decided that it wasn't for him.
And interestingly, it didn't. Robbie's publicity didn't fare too well off the back of that, from not kind of doing the right thing and sticking by the boys. Take That have gone from strength to strength. Robbie Williams, not looking so hot.
Individually, they've all got their own characters and their own careers. Together, as one, how strong are they?
I think they're much stronger together as one. I mean, we've all seen them have a stab at a solo career. Geri, I think, did fairly successfully to begin with, but you know, really kind of faded off into oblivion and was eventually dropped by her label. Victoria Beckham, God bless her, you know, she tried and tried again to reinvent herself as a solo artist, but it just didn't work. And I think the girls have realised that, and they've realised that if they are to sort of be taken seriously as pop stars, which in their mind they still are, you know, having interviewed them, that's the thing that they feel that, you know, they're put on this earth to do. If they want to do that, they realise they're going to have to do that as a collective.
They're going to be a success?
They're going to be a massive success in terms of selling out tickets. I mean, they'll put on a great show, and I think it's a show that the whole family can probably enjoy. Yes, they're going to be a success, but they're a success anyway, aren't they?
That's true. Emma, thank you very much.